What's up, YouTube? What's going on, people? So we're just chilling. This is actually Hybrid's live feed right here. I'm watching on the flat screen and partaking here. Badass magazine, Hybrid. Badass live feed, man. You have got your shit together, brother, and I appreciate you. There's only a few people out there that I really promote and enjoy, and you're one of them, my dude. That's the new slogan, man, my dude. So anyway, that's how I do it. Flat screen, partake on the laptop. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to go over this in a few minutes. We're actually going to take a look at my two LSTs. I haven't shown those in a while. We have cleaned up the Losi 5B. She's ready to go. I wash it, I simple green it, and then we hit the whole thing with silicone spray. But before that, I always hit the bearings with a little AMSOIL air tool oil. That's all I use. AMSOIL products, people, and Master Blaster silicone spray. So doused a whole can almost of silicone spray on this thing. She's ready to rip. Tomorrow we're going out to the field to rip the Baja. We're going to tell y'all what we did to it to make it durable and better performance. So we'll go over that here in a few minutes. We'll take a look at the LSTs, but we will not be running this. I'm not cleaning two platforms tomorrow. We already know what this thing can do. She's badass. We got the new wheel nuts on it, and no need to test and tune. But this girl, we're still testing and tuning. We're still figuring it out. So give me a few minutes. Let me finish watching Hybrid, and looks like he's going to be jumping off pretty soon, but he always says that and hangs out for a little bit longer. But finish watching the live feed, and then we'll get back to it, and I'll show y'all what's going on this thing. So hang in there, finish watching the live. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. We'll get out. Alright, people, we're back. So let's take a look at this real quick. So, you know, we did the light flywheel. We got the new pull start on there. It's actually an OBR one that came with my OBR. I had two of them. I rebuilt this one. It's got the metal claw in there, and then also I upgraded the pull start. This is a lawnmower, and actually a lawnmower pull start cord, so it's very durable. And then I do put a washer in there and a couple of knots, so it's good to go. With the light and flywheel and all that. We did finish getting the Snappy RC grommet. I'll tell you what, once all this was put in here, this thing was tight getting in here, man. It was hard to get in, but we got it. She's good to go. I actually did use the full force, or these aren't the full force ones. I think these are the Losi ones that came with the kit. Same thing though. I mean, they're the same brass fittings that full force uses right here. It's just these aren't these are round ends and these are square ends. So what I did was oh shit, and there's a couple more of the breathers there that I got. So what I did actually is I used the brass fittings, but I brought the fuel tubing all the way up and then ran them through the grommet. So it's not just the brass fitting, it's the brass fitting inside the fuel tubing. Both of those, the fuel one and the return one. And then the actual breather tube is just the breather tube. It's got here, let me show you. Oh man, this should work really good. So the breather tube has the thick tube on it, and then it has the skinnier tube in the middle. So we just oiled it up a little bit with a little bit of AMSOIL air tool oil and popped them right down in there. And all of this is tight as hell, man. And then trying to put it down in here, man, it was a bear, but we got it all done. So this is the pop-off valve. Everything works properly, and we capped off the sorry we capped off the cap, and we removed the stock rubber baffle out of there, and we inserted the Snappy RC one. Still got our Walbro filter in there. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, we did all that. Did put a little oil on that as well when I put it in. That way everything's not dry. Nice and tight there. And then let's show y'all what else. So, oh, come on, get on there. So, watching one of my videos here. This is the video actually when I unboxed the Genesis wheels right there. These. And then I unboxed something else, guys. Y'all remember what it was in that box right there? The long. Alright guys, sorry about that. So, what else did we unbox in this video? In that box right there? Nothing more than the Bartolone torpedo pipe. So, yes guys, we are using the upside down badged Bartolone pipe. I still can't get over that, man. Nobody's even commented on that. Why is this badge upside down on this pipe? Somebody please tell me. But anyway, it's what we unboxed right here in this video. Where's it at? It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Come on. And Woogie. Yes, the wheels are beautiful. Beautiful. The wheels are beautiful. What's in the box? We already know what's in the box, guys. So, in the box was this pipe. I'm not waiting on Woogie, man. Woogie takes forever, man. Man, I should put those damn side skirts back on, too. I think the side skirts look really good as well. And I actually could run that rear modified RC skid plate with this. It will fit in here. It will fit in there. I could run both, actually. Just like that. But I don't know why I would want to. I mean, yeah, I don't know why I would want to. It's just more weight. But this is a badass rear skid plate slash bumper slash something or another. That's what it looks like on there. Alright guys, and this wheeler bar did help last time we were out running. Even though this thing was not running at performance, when you would do a donut and come back and punch it, this thing would lift up in the air, and this wheelie bar was keeping it from popping up. I may even need to raise it up a little bit. But yes guys, we're going to give the Bartolone pipe another shot here. We took the, I love that BRC pipe. It's a badass pipe, but I'm being convinced, and I'm listening to some folks that are telling me this is going to have more bottom end pop. There it is. It's going to have more bottom end. That the VRC will have more top end. So we're going to see, now that everything is redone, now that we're not going to have any more vapor lock. We got the OBR billet intake on here. We redid the flywheel, light and flywheel, and main thing I think that was giving me trouble, and I firmly believe this, was the ignition system. I think the coil was too far away from the stator or the flywheel, whatever. I don't know if it's stator or flywheel or what, but I think it was a little far away, and it was causing spark issues on it. So we're definitely going to figure that out tomorrow, guys. Same gearing, still using the Blackbone gear set, 5717 here, and no other changes. Everything is good. We went over everything. Everything is still tight and right. The only thing that we may have an issue with is these pins, because we always seem to have pin issues. But I actually put some more heavy-duty diff pins in there, so we've got not only the what were these, the fast lane, the FLM dog pins, but we got some other ones that are a little beefier to go in there. So we'll see. If they break, they break, but if something breaks on it, that's the only damn thing that breaks on here, are those damn diff pins. And we are not going to we're not gonna run the Losi 5B unless I change my mind. I don't know, guys. It's a lot of work cleaning these things up, and I'm way too OCD to leave these things dirty. Especially, I left this one dirty since last Sunday, and I just cleaned it today, and it's Friday night. That is not like the Woogie Nitro, man. I clean my shit right away. So it drives my wife crazy, but she never says anything because she's a good woman, and I take care of my family, so I'm allowed to do the things that I want to do as well. So at least I'm not in a bar or a titty club. Although titty club, no, I'm just kidding, guys. Those are my younger days, man. I'm too old for all that crap. It's too fast paced for me. I know a lot of people that are doing it though. So anyway, guys, my addiction is RC and money. I love making money, man. We're kicking ass at work. We're building up the fund for the big bore that's going to go in here or in my new build. That new build is going to kick off here probably the beginning of October. It'll be my winter build. It's going to be a drag Baja. I don't know why. I just want to build one, guys. That's it. Just to build it and just to have it. So I firmly believe also don't sell your RCs. I did sell my crawler that I had, the TRX4, just because it just wasn't doing anything for me. It just is boring as hell. But I mean, they're cool and all that, but they're boring. So I do want to go over this LST. This is an LST XXL1 extended chassis. We're going to take a look at it, and then we're also going to take a look at the XXL. Come on. The XXL2. That's the XXL2 right there. So we're going to take a look at that. Both of these were completely rebuilt by none other than myself, the magnificent Woogie Nitro, whose freaking internet is playing games with him again. I swear to God, man, I'm not paying my cable bill this month. I'm going to give those people a piece of my mind. I mean, it's one thing to get good service and pay for it, but when you don't get good service, man, it really pisses me off. We have nowhere else to go to. We have one cable and internet company up here where I live at the lake, and they pretty much have a monopoly on it. So you can yell at them all you want, but the other option is just not to have it, and that's not an option. So alright, guys, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna get this beast out of the way. We're gonna get her prepped, ready. Cleaned everything out of the battery box and the receiver box, got everything, all the electronics back, checked all that. She's ready to go. Brand new fuel lines, brand new snappy RC, brand new vent tube. This is the one from Detroit Performance. I do have the black one that came with it, and she's ready to go. I did put a new copper exhaust gasket on here. You can reuse these exhaust gaskets, but I've just been taking them off, and I will clean them up to use them again, but I've got 3 or 4 of them here that have only been used once. You can reuse these. You know, I don't suggest reusing the other ones, but these copper ones, absolutely you can reuse them. Just get all the RTV off of them if you decide to use RTV. I do use RTV, so my shit never backs off on this one anyway. It has backed off on this one, and I do the same thing. I use red RTV and the copper gasket. You learn things as you go, people, right? So that's what it's all about. Give me a few minutes and we'll check out the LSTs, and then tomorrow super rip with this thing. Hopefully, man, it's badass. I have just been waiting for this thing to be on point. Every time we go out, everything else is good. It just running like dog shit. So hopefully we've addressed these issues and we're going to be happy with it tomorrow. And then we are going to do a nitro rip, maybe tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. I'm not sure. We need to put the MB 48.4 back together, and we'll work on that probably some tonight. So give me a few minutes, guys, and we'll get this thing taken care of right here. So we're out. All right, guys, we're back. Let's take a look at this thing. She's probably pretty dirty. She's been sitting on the shelf. Body is okay, man. It's a little beat up, but it's intact. All the windows have been cut out of it and all that. But for the most part, man, she's pretty good. A lot of these stickers are stickers that, you know, I've put on there. Radio Control Headquarters, Mr. Bodegel, you know, VP, Fast Eddie. This takes me back, man. This was one of my first platforms that we refreshed and rebuilt. I did about 7 or 8 of the LSTs, man, and I love these platforms. All right, so let's take a gander, man. So, and we need to give this thing a rip here pretty soon. Yeah, she's pretty dusty, man, but she is all original with the exception of tires. We did a few things. So let's just start at the front. We've got the aluminum standoffs. These were an add-on, an upgrade. Aluminum diffs. I do have the maximizer diff cups in there. So this is aluminum diff housing. I actually have the maximizer diff cups in there. Those were high dollar diff cups. They were about 50 bucks a piece. I have my local hobby shop has 4 or 5 big plastic containers full of LST parts, man. So pretty much whatever I want, and I had first pick on him. He had taken everything off once they were discontinued and put them in his storage, and I was talking to him one day about a year ago or so and said, man, you can't get parts for him. He goes, that's not necessarily true, man. And he comes back with these 5 totes full of stuff, man, the steel, titanium nitrate gears and all that kind of stuff. So I actually got rid of a bunch of them because I was moving on into other stuff, and I didn't realize how much I needed to hold on to things. I have a lot of the plastic gears, but this is actually, I believe, the only set of titanium nitrate gears that I have left. I know that he's got the there's 2, I forget the different, there's a low gear and there's a high gear. So I believe he's got the low gear over there, titanium nitrate, but he doesn't have the high gear, or vice versa, man. I've got a lot of the parts for these, man. Look, I've got gears galore for these. This is hard to get. That's the one-way LST low gear hub right there. That's the 2-speed cam and bushing. I've got all kinds of parts for these things, man. A lot of LST parts, but I gave a lot of them away. I actually did sell this LST to David RC, and then ended up buying it back from him. So we did kind of a swap on that deal. And a lot of the parts I sent, I think he still got over there or whatever. But I mean, I really don't run this anymore. It's not that big a deal, and I've got tons of parts available to me. I do have 2 of these roller coaster headers here. These are pretty hard to find. I've got a couple of those, and some gearboxes, some drive shafts. I've got some original and MIP axle stubs, bearings, outdrive cups, transmission cases. I got quite a bit of LST stuff. I got a box full of A-arms and things like that, but and an extra chassis. I actually have another chassis. Let's see where it'd be. Here. Here's the chassis here. So, and I've actually got another LST that I built a long time ago, and I sold it to my local hobby shop. And there's just a couple of other things there, a couple of A-arms and stuff, not much, but let's put that there. I have another LST that I had rebuilt a long time ago, and the guy that bought it from the hobby shop actually ran it, beat it up a little bit, and I'm gonna pick it back up and we're gonna rebuild it, try and pick it up this week. So anyway, let's get back to the nitty-gritty here. Finish going over this. This does have the threaded shocks. I've got the silver shock springs on here. I did have the red ones. I swapped them over. The heavy-duty red ones are on the LST2. Got your sway bars. That was an upgrade as well at the time. Futaba receiver. I don't have the JR receivers anymore. I think I got a couple of Spectrum receivers in here. It is a dual servo setup, and I'll show you all that in a minute. We did do the forward only conversion in the transmission. I always did that in all of them. The other one has that as well. But all the clutch parts, all the one way, all that stuff's all brand new. It does have one of the clutch gears in there. The outdrive gear is a titanium nitrate gear as well. So I run all fast eddy grease in these transmissions, man. All the linkage is set up properly. This did come back with it from David RC. Appreciate him. This was part of the deal when I bought it back. Doesn't have a hole. I think it's got a couple, 2 or 3 gallons on it. It says the Losi Truggy .28 roto start version, and we may fire this up this evening. Not too sure. And then I am running the and I learned this from Mr. Bodegel. This is the 41010 on-road header right here. Don't mistake it with the 41001, which I don't know if I have one. Is this one? That's the buggy one, 41001, and this one is the 41015. I don't know what I say. 010. This is a 41015 on-road header right here, short, conical. Bound up to the 9886. Now this is an actual 9886, but it's not a super strong. This is not the 510 whatever it was. This is an actual 9886. I don't know if you can, probably can't even see the number anymore, but it's not a super strong. This will dent pretty easily. So but it's a badass setup for these LSTs, man. Like that, baby. Beautiful. .28. This is not modified. This is stock. I've got 3 stock Novorosi .288s. One there with about a quart and a half on it. That's going to be going to Lance. Has not yet, but it will. I will not run this at all until we send it and get it modified. But I just haven't had time, man. You know, so much going on in life. It's hard to get to the post office, box stuff up and all that. Anyway, these tanks are pretty hard to find. I do run an external filter on that because there's no filter in here. You know, all my gears, everything. I run fast eddy grease. My planetaries. The good thing about the LSTs is they have the upgraded heavy-duty 4-gear planetaries. In fact, when you redo the Losi, the TLR 4.0 or 3.0, the RTR, and you want to rebuild the diffs, you can use the planetaries from the LST. You just can't use the ring and pinion because they are different. But my suggestion on upgrading the Losi RTR buggy and truggy, go to RC Waffle. They sell those as complete kits for about $45-50 compared to about $80 is what you're going to send to piecemeal it back together. So man, I forget what you call these two, man, but these sway bar links here, there's a certain name for these sway bar links are upgraded aluminum ones, the standoffs in the rear, and we 2-speed, baby. Speaking of hybrid, man, 2-speed, baby. So there's your underneath. Let's see if we can get this. There we go. That's what I like about the LSTs, man. They will stand up for you. Look at that. This thing is like brand new, man. There's your transmission brace. Do run a nickel metal hydrate in there. That's a brand new battery. We are running the dual servo setup. I don't know, man. I got some random servos in there. I think those are the Spectrums, though. Spectrum servos, so they're not that good. I do have a lot of these parts too. The linkage for the dual steering servos. They're hard to find, man. Those linkages. These are upgraded turnbuckles. These turnbuckles are actually 4.0 turnbuckles right here. they will fit in the front. They're 4.0 adjustable turnbuckles. So these front ones, sway bar links are plastic, but the rears are aluminum. So there you have it, guys. And these upgraded hubs, they have the larger bearing in the rear with the 20 millimeter dog bones and axle stubs. So 20 millimeters, you have to get the, if you want to run 17 millimeter, you have to get the 20 millimeter to 17 millimeter adapters on those. So, and one thing on these LSTs, the drive shafts, they barely sit in there, man. And that is normal. So they don't pop out, but that is normal. And you can get the aluminum upgraded ones as well. So you cannot bump start these though. Alright guys, that's it on that one. Let me pull the other one out real quick. We'll take a look at it. I know pretty boring for a lot of y'all, but some of the LST guys were asking me about them, and I wanted to show them those. So I'll be right back, people. Alright guys, here we go. So let's check out the LST2. This is a badass little truck too, man. It's just not as long as the XXL1, and this is the original body for it, but it's a little worse for wear, man. It's been shoe glued back together, and I don't run this body on it. I just keep this as a showpiece. I actually have another body that fits on here, and I'll show you all that here in a second. But this body's been pretty much tore up. I'd love to get another one for it, a nice one, but I don't know, they're pretty hard to come by. So let's take a look at this one real quick. This one I do have the dynamite 0.28 in here. I need to get this plug down in there real quick. This little dynamite 0.28 is a workhorse, man. It runs great. It really does. It tunes well, it runs great, and you know, you can't go wrong with these dynamites, people, at all. There we go. Alright, so let's go over that. One thing that I did want to say earlier is I am supporting my brother Gary from Foundry RC tonight. I appreciate him. I know he did a video. I got to go take a look at it, but you know, channels that I appreciate, like Hybrid and things like that, I will support them all day long, man. So y'all go check out Gary over at Foundry RC, man. It's a badass dude. He's got some cool platforms and some good content when he does upload. So something else I wanted to show y'all real quick, but I forgot. So where's that other body at? Here it is. So this is an associated body that I run on here sometimes. I know that's crazy. Oh, this is a T-Max roll cage. We are going to be building a T-Max here pretty soon as well. And I do have a Sport Max. Want to try and get it. It's over at my local hobby shop. But we do run this body when we bash. This is a pretty durable, this associated body here is very durable, man. And I believe it's an associated body. I'm not too sure. I've seen it before. I've seen one of these bodies on Hybrid too. I did paint it. It was yellow, had flames on it. I believe it's an associated body, or I don't know. I don't get me lying, but you know, we did our own thing on it, and it's pretty badass. So we're actually running weld. These are the Weld Racing rims. These are actually 23 millimeter. So I did conversion here from 20 millimeter to 23 millimeter. Look at the size of that wheel hex, man. Thing is a beast. So you can either downsize down to a 17, or you can go to upgrade to a 23. These are the Proline Road Rages on the Weld Racing. These are aluminum or steel bead locks here. So plastic wheels, but the bead locks themselves are aluminum. So pretty badass. So anyway, I want to show you all that. Same deal though. These have the all right, GoPro out again. So these do have the aluminum diff cups. They're just the black ones, not diff cups. The diff housing. They're just black instead of aluminum, or instead of blue. And these just have your standard diff cups in there, but still 4-gear planetaries. These shocks do have the clip preloads on them. I don't like them as much. These shocks are brand new. I redid this entire platform, same as that one. All my LSTs, I rebuilt these things from the chassis up. They're a bitch to work on too, man. These LSTs, they're not really straightforward, man. It takes a little doing to try and learn where everything goes, the way these shock towers, you know, go down and hold everything in, and the two-piece front bulkheads here, the way the bumper mounts up. You know, everything is very unique about these. Now this is an original brand new JX servo, not a JR servo. I know they came with JRs, but that's a JX servo. Brand new battery boxes. I always like getting the black ones instead of the clear ones. I just didn't like the clear ones, but these are aftermarket for the LST, obviously, and I've got a couple of those over there. Same thing here on the exhaust, and we're running the plastic gears here, but all this, you know, the low speed, the high speed, the clutch portion here, and all this is all brand new. The internals here, again, forward only, all brand new. And we are also running the 41015 on-road header here, but this is the Platinum 007 HT, which is very similar to the Dynamite 086 right here. A little bit fatter, a little bit bigger, but this is a badass pipe as well. Dynamite HT 007. So it is a badass pipe. You really can't find this pipe anymore, so I really don't run it. But yeah, that's it, man. Let's take a look at the underneath of this one. It's just as clean. And I'm probably gonna cut through this video a little bit just because it's so long. This one is not as clean as the XXL one, but still very nice. And I want to show y'all, I've got some fast eddy bearings. These bearings are huge. They're very specific size as well, but this one's very clean too. See, there's those upgraded drive shafts in there. See how it barely sits in there? That's normal, man. It won't even pop out of there. This one's got a brand new nickel metal hydride. This one I'm running a couple of Traxxas batteries down here. Yeah, this one's not as nice, but still very good. I need to upgrade the bulkheads here. That was the only thing that I've yet to do on this one. Whoever had them before had painted them blue, and same thing with the chassis, and then painted it black. So I'm going to be stripping this whole thing down and swapping out for the other chassis. Also over at my local hobby shop, in those totes, it's got tons of all these chassis parts, chassis plates. I've got a bunch of them too. But there you have it, guys. There is my two LSTs, LST XXL, and this one, the LST1. Badass platforms, man. These were Losi super trucks. They were very unique for their day, and they're very unique now. So I love them. That's why I keep building them all. So look for a new build on the channel, another LST. It's going to be an XXL2. These XXL ones are very hard to find right here. These are the extended chassis. You don't get these very often. So all right, guys, that's going to be it. I appreciate y'all. Looks like the internet's back up and running, so we're gonna get back to that, and we'll do a ripping video tomorrow. We're gonna get this bad girl out there and get her hooping, and give this Bartolone pipe another shot. So all right, guys, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, man. Peace.